Ready, guys?
Let's go. The beginning was a conversation. Would you be excited to write the score of a Jurassic movie? And I said, wow, that's a challenge. The history of this incredible franchise, and above all that, it's John Williams, my forever idol.
Flutes, make sure it's...
I wake up and I want to write music. That's what I love. It's just a joy for me. As John Williams would say, it's infinite, the possibilities of an orchestra.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
At some moments, the music is so loud and so strong and dynamic, they will feel it. The audience will feel it for sure.
Welcome, everybody, to a bonus episode of the Jurassic Park Podcast. I am Brad Jost, your host, and today we have pretty big news for Jurassic World Rebirth. This is some news we've been waiting for a long time now, wondering who is going to be scoring Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, there's been a ton of rumors and thoughts. We'll talk about that in a minute, but our composer for Jurassic World Rebirth is Alexandre Desplat, and it, from what you heard in that little video at the beginning, the audio there, it sounds incredibly Jurassic, and I am beyond hyped for what we're going to be hearing in the theaters very soon, and on the soundtrack and the score. I cannot wait. It's going to be incredible. So, EW, Entertainment Weekly, put out an article this morning saying Jurassic World Rebirth director previews goosebump-inducing homage to original score as series changes composers. So this is not the first time, obviously, that we've changed composers. We started with John Williams, and then we moved on to Don Davis for Jurassic Park 3, and then, of course, Michael Giacchino throughout the World trilogy, and now we're moving on to Alexandre Desplat, and this is big. I mean, this is huge. For a little bit, we were wondering, there were rumors out there that maybe John Williams had done a little bit, and somebody else had come in to do the rest of the score, but that does not seem to be the case. They maybe heard those rumors and they're like, let's get ahead of this. Let's start talking about who our composer actually is. So EW put out the report this morning along with that video, and let's see. There's some really interesting information in here. So as you heard in that audio at the beginning, Alexandre is a huge fan, and John Williams is his hero, basically. And he says here that every score John Williams has written has become an iconic score, so it's quite a daunting task. Yeah, absolutely a daunting task. But from what I heard in that clip, it sounded incredibly Jurassic. It actually sounded incredibly Williams. And that's really interesting. So let's go to the next quote here. It says, "At first, you're excited. Then panic comes along because you realize that you're taking over from a fabulous composer who invented so many great things that the whole planet knows. You try to find your way through that." Yeah. It's not the first time either. I believe he's scored other John Williams work from Harry Potter. So I don't know. Maybe there's some other ones in there, but yeah. So he actually wanted to have quotes of John's music. So yeah, that's obvious. I mean, Michael Giacchino, Don Davis did the exact same things in those scores that they created. So it'll be interesting though, because this movie seems to be a departure from the original kind of storyline. So we'll see how those themes are maybe integrated into this score. But yeah, speaking of that, actually, Desplat says here he found himself balancing how and where that you could inject some of Williams' theme as a reminder. And they said in this new story, using a mainly orchestral score with help from a 105-piece orchestra and, ooh, this is great, a 60-piece choir. That sounds fantastic to me. I am very excited about that. Having that choral, undertone throughout the Jurassic Park score was so integral to making it sound Jurassic. And they go on to say here, You try to make it your own and at the same time pay homage to Williams and try to find your way through that by inventing new themes and ideas, but staying in the same artistic zone as the score of the franchise. I wonder how much of the franchise he's taking into account here. Is it just because, like, a lot of times it feels like they just refer to Jurassic Park? There's other cases where Michael Giacchino used a tiny bit of The Lost World, and we all questioned why. But I would love it to have a more integrated score throughout the entire saga. That would be really cool, especially with this. You could utilize The Lost World. So here it says, Desplat also sees the film's music as separated into specific sections. He quotes, "It's the emotional aspect, which is divided into two stories. This group of people looking for the dinosaurs, and another group of people, which is a family. There are two themes and melodies that belong to these two groups. The other aspect is all the action." Yeah. And you heard in that audio in the intro that he, you hear how loud it gets. So, with the action, I'm sure it's going to be pretty wild. So that is a very Jurassic theme, though. You've got one group of people, you've got another group of people. There's usually a family kind of theme or dynamic. So I'm really interested in that. And Michael Giacchino did a fantastic job of integrating a family theme throughout the World trilogy. Desplat goes on to say, like the epic dinosaurs in our film. Oh, no, wait, maybe he didn't say this. Who said this? Gareth Edwards said this. Like the epic dinosaurs in our film, Alexandre is the last of his kind, a rare species with the talent and knowledge to orchestrate his own classical scores. If studios could clone him, they would. Until science finds a way, I'll happily settle with the goosebump-inducing memories of hearing his music at Abbey Road as he conducted a 100-piece orchestra for our little Jurassic movie. Chills. That's a great quote. That's a great quote there. And yeah, I absolutely get that vibe from Alexandre Desplat. It's this classical nature, this feeling of importance with a score, and I'm very excited to hear that. If you listen to any of his interviews or quotes or anything, he's very, serious about this work, and I think that's really good to have here. Let's finish up this article. I'll go into some of the IMDb works as well, but it says that he's been long inspired by Williams, particularly his Star Wars score, and he didn't consult the composer before joining the project. He goes on to say, John Williams is a very iconic composer that you don't call on the telephone every morning to ask his opinion about what the heck you're doing. So I would never have dared ask him anything. I have too much respect for him. I am much too humbled to think he'd have an answer for me. I tried to be as good as I can be. That's great. And that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. I think from what I hear, it sounds like a very Williams-esque score, a very Jurassic score. So I think that's going to be good enough. It sounds really magical and inspiring. And scary. It sounded very scary. And, not a knock on Giacchino or anything, but I feel like when I first heard that score, it didn't necessarily give me the full orchestral vibes for Jurassic World. I know it was, but it just didn't give me that vibe right away. And it got there. I think with Dominion, it really gave us some of that magical sci-fi score that I think was really awesome. But this, from what I can hear here, it sounds like it just takes off right off the bat, and I'm very excited by that. And he says he hopes his work, or they just said this here in the article, it's not a quote, but it says he hopes his work will resonate with Steven Spielberg, who directed the 93 original and executive produced Rebirth. And he says, in quotes, I hope that when he hears the score, he'll be happy, and that I won't be embarrassing the franchise with what I wrote. So he jokes that he too might one day become extinct when it comes to the Jurassic franchise. He says, John Williams' wings are flying above us, so I do hope Spielberg enjoys the score. We'll see. Maybe I'll be fired. You never know. What a way to end that article. Just zero confidence. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, from what I hear, it sounds awesome. Let's go into the IMDb here just a little bit, just to kind of convey what we're going to be hearing, what kind of vibes we're going check out here. So starting with most recent, let's see, upcoming. Frankenstein is upcoming. Obviously, Jurassic World Rebirth, but it's not listed there. Let's see here. We've got Asteroid City, very good film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which was also a very good film. Little Women, very acclaimed as well. We've got The Shape of Water. I think that was that Guillermo del Toro film? We've got, let's see, The Secret Life of Pets. Didn't expect to see that on this list, but there it is. Let's see. Godzilla. Okay, so I added Godzilla score underneath me talking at the beginning, but Godzilla's a big one. And look at that. I mean, who better than Gareth Edwards and Alexandre Desplat to maybe reinvigorate or kick off again this Jurassic World trilogy? The two of them really did an incredible job with Godzilla. That movie's awesome. I love it so much. I talked about it with Stephen Ray Morris recently, so keep your eyes peeled on the feeds for that. And also, hey, Sam Neill is now part of the Monsterverse, so that's exciting. He also did Grand Budapest Hotel. Let's see, Zero Dark 30, Argo, and he's won a bunch of awards as well. I think. Let me look that up. Yeah, he's received 2 Academy Awards, 3 BAFTA Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and 2 Grammy Awards. Yeah, that's pretty good. And like I said, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, themes by John Williams. So that's good there. And let's see. Oh, that's right. I forgot he was originally announced as the composer for Rogue One, for which, he had to step back and Michael Giacchino took over. So there's another tie right there. That's with Gareth Edwards as well. And he won his 2nd Academy Award for The Shape of Water. And the first one, which one was the first one? His first one was with the Grand Budapest Hotel. So there we go. Big stuff there from Alexandre Desplat. And Twilight, he did the New Moon, Fantastic Mr. Fox. So look at this. Incredible list of films here. I can go on and on. There's just so many. A lot of French stuff, it looks like, as well. This goes back a long, long time. So I think we are in exceptionally good hands here. I am very excited to see where this goes. I'll have to chat with Caleb about this because this is going to be pretty epic. So I'm very, very excited. So this is like always some of my favorite times, is hearing these little in-studio recording sessions with the score. It just very much excites me. So Alexandre Desplat is the new composer for Jurassic World Rebirth. If you want some more information, I'll try to put the link to the EW article in the show notes. But for now, go back and listen to all of our episodes if this is your first one. We've got well over 400 episodes on the feed. And please check out our live streams every Wednesday night. And unfortunately not this week, but every other week. But yes, and please follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, all those places, TikTok. I am Brad Jost. You can find me on Letterboxd and Blue Sky. And be sure to go to JurassicParkPodcast.com for all of your Jurassic Park Podcast information and news and updates. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And as always, enjoy.